Hi, I'm Chris Matherly. This is the video Morel report and forecast for the 2017 season. Turns out it's going to be quite a sight, quite a diverse situation. There's all kinds of microclimates, all kinds of odd things happen. It was a mild winter. There was a lot of warm up, especially in Missouri area up in there. That was unusual, and they had their first report of the year in Missouri, in the east of the Mississippi, of a true wild morel. We went down to the early spot down near Macon on the 27th or 28th of February, fully intending on finding some, and didn't find any. And despite a mild winter and warm temperatures, for whatever reason, Georgia is, if not on time, maybe a week behind time. Unlike the rest of the further north, it just doesn't make sense. I'm not sure what the reason is, but it has happened. And then after the big warm up, we had a freeze, a very bad cold spell, snow. Red buds had come out. Ones that were in bloom froze out, and then younger buds are blooming now. But definitely did some damage. The further north you go, the less affected it's going to be. And certain areas that fruited early, some of them were just simply early birds and anomalies, but I think a lot of them are going to refruit. I think a lot of those areas will not be more than a week or two ahead of schedule, all in all. There's plenty of moisture, and moisture is the key. And you can see some of these maps here of the previous moisture and the upcoming moisture that tends to show what to look for. It can be a very dry winter. I think it's a wives' tale that a winter with a cold, snowy winter is going to bring a big morel season. It's all about the spring warm-ups and moisture at the right time. And it seems to be sufficient rain east of the Mississippi. And then in the west, there was above normal snowfall, so there's going to be lots of snow melt. And there's been a lot of rain, so I think overall for the most part, most of the United States is going to see above average morel finds this year. In February, the Morel reports are as follows. Missouri was the first. And then we have Arkansas. Found some right at the very end of February. Found some, even though they were landscape morels, found some in Arizona. California had lots of landscape morels this year. And then there was a few reports in eastern Georgia at the end of February as well. It seemed to be a little warmer there, and but for whatever reason, central Georgia areas, the Morels just knew there was another freeze coming, and they held off. And just recently we went a couple days ago, and here's what we found. Today's March 24th, 2017. Despite the craziness weather, it's kind of behind schedule a little bit. There's triplets. Oh, here we go. Looky there.
Oh, shit!
Now they just emerged. They just popped just when I walked by. Yeah, there's triplets.
Here, if I approve this picture, you can post it.
One here. There. These were local where I live, and I've certainly found them earlier before here. Didn't find anything mature, only found a couple that had been frostbitten. Lots of babies still coming up, just little tiny babies, and nothing more than a couple inches tall. So the March reports are as follows. Found there's reports from Alabama. Lots of reports of blacks, grays in Arkansas. This is a cool shot in Arizona under a barrel cactus. California still having landscape morels coming up. Reports in Georgia, but not as much as normal at this point in time in March. Southern Illinois started kicking in first week or two of March with black morels. Indiana as well. Indiana has a lot of reports of black morels, especially in the south. What gets me is Indiana has a few reports of grays, and these grays seem to be nearly the size of the ones that I'm finding here locally in Georgia. So it's definitely going to be a strange season. We've had a lot of reports in Kentucky. Nice big grays there. We've had reports in Mississippi. Reports still coming in Missouri. gotten some reports in North Carolina. Even of the, I used to call them the tulip poplar morels. They changed the scientific name, but those are usually the latest morels to be found. And they were found in the eastern part of North Carolina. Southern Ohio, blacks been reported. And Oklahoma's coming on strong right now. Finally got a report just recently. Morels in Oregon are starting to kick in. The natural blondes in the valleys are kicking off and moving higher elevations, and they're really kicking off now good. We've had some reports in South Carolina. There's been reports in Tennessee of grays and of blacks. And again, the grays in Tennessee seem to be as far or farther along than the ones here in Georgia locally. We've had some reports in Texas. Although it's been a little bit dry. And then we've had a few reports in West Virginia. The upcoming week or so forecast, I think Virginia will be the first report. They're going to continue moving northward. There's plenty of moisture in place. I don't think there's going to be any other states pop in there that that I haven't already mentioned. They're just going to continue on and spreading coverage and a little further northward. And same out west. Oregon's going to keep kicking off little by little, and it's just going to be interesting to see what all this year brings. There's a lot of data here that I've showed you, and some strange things, unexplainable things. It's all about the weather, and it's just going to be an interesting season. Happy hunting. We'll see you in the woods.